because I think the idea was so simple and clear that find people who want to help, find organisations who need assistance in certain business areas, and put them together, and that's where we were. So for me, it was very exciting to get involved.
Phil, lovely to meet you. Could you tell us a little bit about who you are and what skills you shared in LinkUp's Skilled Volunteering project?
Sure, Sophia. So my name's Phil Mercer. I've worked throughout my career in the insurance business. I work mostly in change management, project management, and the areas of commercial development.
Yeah.
I got involved with LinkUp London to work with a theatre group who were looking for help with their fundraising strategy and a kind of pitch deck to help them present themselves. So I got involved, and I managed to draw on my commercial skills and my project management skills to develop a methodology for them to adopt for future fundraisers and to help them kind of see the path forward.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And spoilers, we know that they made great use of that, so fantastic work. And in the first instance, what inspired you to share your skills with LinkUp London?
Well, I think there's a lot of us who work, throughout our careers for an employer who often wonder how they could help organisations on a voluntary basis.
Yeah.
And use their skills, their business skills that they developed. And it's not easy to know where to go. And I didn't know where to go. So for me, when I found out about LinkUp London, which was a kind of through a third party, I was immediately hooked, really, because I think the idea was so simple and clear that find people who want to help, find organisations who need assistance in certain business areas, and put them together, and that's where we were. So for me, it was very exciting to get involved.
Absolutely, and I think that one of the barriers can be that ambiguity and wanting to do it, but not knowing how when you are so busy. So we do at LinkUp try and make that as easy as possible. Talk to us about your experience. What impact has skilled volunteering had on you, both personally and professionally?
Well, personally, it's the first area that I've worked on a voluntary basis with business skills. I've done little bits and bobs and so on, but not necessarily applying the skills I've had in business. So that was quite exciting to think there was a need for it outside of the employer base. And to work in a voluntary sector in that basis for the first time I think it's really exciting. Working in a new area, so I was working with the theatre group, which is an amazing theatre group. They work very hard on telling their stories for the community. They're led by quite an amazing individual, Mike Lord, who kind of powers on the organisation, and they work very hard at sharing their stories with the community. And for me, I mean, technically, it was in a new area. I was fundraising, so I've done a lot of commercial work in the past. I think there's a lot of parallel, but everything has its own discipline. So with fundraising, I certainly learned a lot. I've still got a lot to learn about it. So from a number of areas, really, it was very rewarding for me, both on the skills basis and having an organisation I was lucky enough to work with.
That's fantastic, and that's what we really aim through our model, to give value back to all parties involved, the volunteers, the charities, and society more broadly, of course. So that's fantastic to hear. Then, in 3 words, how does volunteering your skills make you feel?
That's a good question, isn't it? Well, I think certainly knowing that there's some need for your skills outside the employer, I mean, you feel valued immediately in terms of what you bring. And I mean, we were speaking earlier, sometimes you don't realise what, when you've worked in something for basically half your life or more than half your life, there's a lot of things that you do which other people have no window into, So I think if you have the right match, there is an element of feeling valued. But also I think it's very motivating to be in that situation where you're working with people. You both need each other. And it's not a need based on, salary and employment. It's actually you're just trying to help each other, really. And that's also, I think, I would say my third word would be very rewarding.
Fantastic. That's so lovely. Great. And then wrapping it up then on that high note, what does the power of skilled volunteering mean to you?
I think it is very powerful. I mean, you've really got two groups, you know, they do need each other, and they've both got something to offer, but they don't know where each other are.
Yeah.
I mean, Link Up London, you bring it together, I think it's magic, what you do. And I think, you know, for the reasons that we said, it's a very motivating thing to be involved with. Hopefully it's helpful to the organisation that you're working with as well. But it's great fun, and yeah, would recommend it to anybody.
Fantastic. Well, that's what we aim for. Thank you, Phil.
Pleasure. Thank you.